Hello everyone. So for this week it's Roxy's weekly challenge, and I have some like postcard backings that I thought would be fun, random stuff, copied paper stuff, some music paper, old book page that I thought would work. So let's just get going with making these. These are just plain old pockets. They're not like extremely anything. They're just pockets. So we can do stuff like this. So I'm just going to get going with this pile and see where we get to with this. This one like so. And I'm going to bend this one at the corner so it becomes a corner tuck. So what you'll do is you'll glue here and glue here, and it will be a corner tuck. And then we're going to grab this, get it about middle, and there we go. So it will go around a page. This will be a pocket on this side, and again we'll just glue this part and it'll become a corner tuck. Very easy idea. This one I want to make into a regular pocket, but I don't like how thin copy paper is, obviously, so I'm just gonna glue two of these onto some book page. It don't have to be perfect because it's just to strengthen it. It isn't to do anything more, just to strengthen the pages. And I thought this would be just fun to decorate these, so that's kind of why I'm like, oh yeah, this would be kind of fun to just play with. And it'll become, again, a pocket on a page. So yeah, this is my plan for the day. It may not seem like much, but again, I just thought this would be a lovely way to handle this, and I just realized that it's two-paged. That's why it wasn't folding the way I wanted it to. And I'm okay with this caramel looking piece. I think it makes it look interesting. But this does seem a little fragile, so I think what I'm going to do is, again, I like doing this just to strengthen pieces. I'm not saying it works for everybody, but whenever I have something that doesn't necessarily seem to want to have a lot of strength with it, that's what I use my old book page for. So now it isn't going to be like falling apart. So again, this just wraps around, and I think this is a great way to use your old book page, is to make these wrap around pages. This one, I'm gonna flip it up just a little bit more here. Again, I'm just gluing it on. And then I'm going to glue this onto, again, the book page. Just create some extra on it. This one is going to be a side pocket. So she did variations of these pockets in order to make a bunch of pockets for journals, and I love this idea, just making variations of pockets, taking a pile of random and just creating with it to the best of your ability. So I'm just going to glue these down, a bunch of them, and then we'll go on creating more of these pockets. But I'm going to get into the mass making part of this now that I've shown you a few variations. Which, again, some people are really into making different variations. Some people like to stick with the same. As I said, I kind of brought out a bunch of these, so we're probably not going to finish doing anything but making the pocket, but as long as we have the bases, the rest of them can go in my to-do area and be done later on. And again, I thought postcards work great for doing this. We'll do one more cutout and then we'll move on to the other ones because I can do the rest of it off screen. So there we go. And again, I can do the other ones off screen, not a big deal. So we'll just do a couple of these and then we'll move on to doing the other ones a bit. One. And as I said, you can use pictures from your copy paper. So that's something I like to do. I'm going to make another side pocket with this one. As I said, this is pretty fragile paper, but works perfect as a side pocket. So let's work on one of these, for example. I really think this is a pretty nice one, but it's going to definitely have to be folded somewhere. And again, I'm dealing with very thin paper, so I think I may end up, again, using my old book page to take care of the paper so it isn't going to fall apart while using it. And Roxy did say you can use old book page. I did not see her use any. Most of hers was old documents and stuff like that that were on copy paper. But again, I think it's more on the lines of what you have on hand than anything. So I'm just looking at this to decide how I want this. And you know what? I think I'm going to have both of these pockets. One skinnier pocket, one for a smaller pocket. I know this was scratch paper. What the heck am I thinking using scratch paper? I'm thinking using scrap paper sometimes is a good thing. Because I want to show you that this idea can be used with more than one idea at hand. And because this is a thicker paper, I'm okay doing this with this one. So you don't just need to use your thin papers. And I'm just taking where this is. And again, let's make that one a tuck spot. So we're making this side into a tuck and this side into a pocket. And again, I think the stamping on it just gives it a little extra something. Now this is the one that I have that's copy paper. I'm just gonna take it from the middle. We don't necessarily need them words. I think that's the side that I want it to be off of, so I'm gonna, because that side is a little bit more. And we're gonna shorten it just slightly. All right. To make it a bit smaller in size. And again, I'm going to be folding it over to thicken it. And we'll do exactly what we did before. This, bend one end, which I saw her, she normally bent the end with the shortest side on it, and then clipped it. Again, you can have fun with this. You don't have to necessarily keep everything pristine. But again, this has already made a gigantic pile. And normally I don't do all of them, I just do some. But you know what? Sometimes it's a good idea to just make yourself a pile and just create with that pile. You don't have to necessarily have it, or not do it that way. So again, copy paper is that perfect type, but that's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video just making pockets. I know I'm being kind of redundant here, but that's okay. I'd rather be redundant and show you many different variations of making pockets with many different papers and help you mass make a stockpile of pockets than go off and decorate the entire time. Decorating is not, I mean, I have a formula with decorating and I kind of simply stick with it. I don't normally change my way of making pieces due to that, so I understand if it gets boring. And a lot of people watch Gail Augustinelli, watch Roxy, watch Pam at the Paper Outpost decorating, and everybody has their own way of doing it, and that's okay. We all have our own styles, but that's one reason why I like being in the journaling world, is I can have my own style and it isn't going to affect somebody else's piece necessarily, or it isn't going to affect how you perceive your style. And again, this just makes it easy for when there is something that we do. Phew. Phew. Sorry about that. Gotta love it when you sneeze. But again, I think one of the phrases from Tim Holtz is, you do you. You don't have to do what everybody else says, does, or anything else. I'd prefer you to do yourself when it comes down to crafting. So, I mean, again, we got done with a big pile here. And chances are I'm not going to decorate them with you guys because, again, this is going to be my stash of, okay, when I need decorations and stuff like that, I have it on hand. But I am going to leave out one of them, one of these, and one of our side pockets for my template of making different types of pockets. Mass make of pockets. And I'm going to write on it, template for Roxy's weekly challenge, week, I want to say 8. So this is something I do with all of Roxy's weekly challenges. I put down on here, template, Roxy's weekly challenge 2023 week 8. And I will write this on all 3. So, but again, this is what I do with like my weekly challenges that I do. I go off and do this because I understand it as later on, if I want to do a video and I'm unsure what I want to do with that video, that's where I get my templates from for, oh, I should work on this. I haven't done this in a while, and that type of thing. So it gives you ideas, and I have a little box that I put all my little ideas from, or while I'm watching somebody on a video and I like their idea but I want to tweak it my way a little bit while I'm watching their video, I go off and again make templates for future use. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day or night. And don't forget to check out the stuff down below. Bye.